Hello everyone, and welcome to DarksideRP's mod overview. As per usual, this will not cover every single thing we've changed or added to this season, but will focus on a few highlights we've brought to 6.0. If you want more of a deep dive into what's different from vanilla Atlas to DarksideRP, then make sure to take a gander at the 5.0 mod overviews, as they will cover a variety of topics and will still apply to 6.0. First, when you wash ashore, you'll quickly be leveled up to 50. After that, max level will now be 85. Anything past this will no longer grant you additional stats. Speaking of extra levels, let's talk about ships. Everyone knows the standard route of building a ship. You build it, and then you have to grind Ships of the Damned in order to level it. This can be fun and a good crew experience, but after a while it just turns into a chore. We've decided to add a new item at your local freeport, the hull reinforcement. Using these on your ship will give it a bulk of XP to assist with the grind. Additionally, once you're able to afford it, you'll have the option to get a proper bottle of champagne. You can use this to christen your boat to gain a boatload of levels. You get it? Whilst we're on the topic of ships, let's talk about our new addition. Introducing the Indiaman. The ship size will be between a brigantine and a galleon. Its maneuverability will be lacking in comparison to a brig. However, it boasts a 15 cannon broadside along with chaser ports to help catch any fleeing targets. And when outnumbered, she'll put the strength of her large planks to use. Now, you're probably thinking the same thing we thought. Bucketing that is going to be a nightmare. So, time to introduce the bilge pump. This is not meant to replace bucketing, but will drastically assist when needed. While we're at it, let's discuss another quality of life for our bosuns out there. This is the repair crane. When returning to port, you can dock your ship next to one of these, and it will handle all of the repairs needed for your ship. Make sure it has the needed materials in its inventory and some coin to pay for operating costs. Bending and twisting, getting into the nooks and crannies of the latest invention from your shipwright are a thing of the past. Changing subjects, let's jump over to some farm life changes. First, we've made some minor changes to different horse breeds, farming biomes have been adjusted to make more sense, and cook times have been reduced on various items. Also, we're introducing farm sprinklers. Now, instead of needing to run loads of pipes to your farm, you can use sprinklers to handle batches of your crops. We've also added a bunch of new decor items as per usual. A few of these items are the bathtub, bunk beds, hat racks, fountains, signs, pianos, and some new prefab buildings for your towns. Now, moving on to an interesting topic, VoIP. About halfway through our development for 6.0, Grapeshot decided to remove VoIP from Atlas. As you can imagine, this is a rather important aspect for a roleplay server. So, after Grapeshot confirmed through both private and public channels that they had no priority nor intention to put VoIP back in, we decided to get to work. One of our devs spearheaded the development of a new VoIP called Provo. This is a simple program that's incredibly easy to use. Download it, fire it up, select what mic you want it to grab, and done. It will automatically grab your in-game whispers, normal speaking, and yelling hotkeys. Adjust those in-game as you normally would and let it run in the background whilst you play. Now, because we have to tie this VoIP into Atlas, it will have some of the issues that we're all familiar with, such as not being able to hear somebody right in front of you. However, with Provo, you can spam your push to talk key 5 times in succession to reconnect to all nearby players. We've also put an emote in to alert someone you're speaking to that you can't hear them. Once you both reconnect, you'll be able to hear each other. Next, Atlas has a memory leak that we obviously have no access to fix. This will cause issues with Provo every 3 to 4 hours, depending on your machine. Simply restart your game and Provo and issues will be resolved. Simple excuse to go get a drink. Moving on to the skill tree. A few trees have had their skill point cost adjusted to be a bit more friendly. But the biggest quality of life change we've made is a tree-based memory wipe. So, are you a blacksmith who tried their hand at taming and it's just not for you? Well, now you can visit the tamer and purchase an item that allows you to unlearn that specific tree. No more valuable progress loss due to wanting to respec a portion of your tree. Okay, on to the last topic for the day. Factions. On DarksideRP, there are 4 factions: the Navy, the Pirates, the Privateers, and most importantly, the Civilians. Everyone starts out as a civilian. Where you go from there is entirely up to you. The Navy will issue out letters of marque to privateer companies, which in turn will allow captains to issue out licenses to their crewmates to all become privateers. Pirate captains can find the pirate NPC to acquire a Corsair's crest. This will allow them to issue pirate oaths to the subordinates. We've overhauled the economy once again to try something new. All coin drops in the game have been removed. You heard that right. No more farming whales or squids that awkwardly have gold on them, or waiting in certain grids to farm flotsams on restart. Now, there will be multiple quest vendors on all free ports. These vendors will offer you tasks to complete in exchange for coin. What quests they offer you will be dependent on what faction you are. Some are simple turn-in quests, others can be more complex. As an example, a civilian can take a quest to survey a particular grid by placing some equipment on their ship. However, a pirate can take a quest to nab that very equipment. This could lead to some PvP, so it might be wise to hire some protection. Expect adjustments to this system throughout the season, including new quests and coin adjustments to keep the market steady. To wrap this up, we'd like to discuss a bittersweet note. This will be DarksideRP's last development on Atlas. Our team has been working tirelessly on this project since Atlas launched in 2018. As many of you are aware, every time Grapeshot puts out an update, it breaks our mod. And without any communication to development teams like us, it takes months for us to correct, fix, or find workarounds. This has happened several times over, and has been the reason for multiple seasons ending abruptly. With this final push, we will keep the servers and seasons going for as long as we can. However, once Grapeshot pushes another game-breaking patch, we will take it as a sign to sail into the horizon. It has truly been an honor to host Atlas for you these past 5 years, and we don't intend on stopping here. DarksideRP has already begun groundwork for other RP projects, and after the successful launch of 6.0, we will begin work on our own games. Once again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for sailing the seas with us, and we'll see you soon.